Mines and Money 2025, first day, last interview, but last best. So Dan, thanks for your time. Thanks for your cooperation. And it's always a pleasure to have a chat with you.
Oh, thanks very much for having us. And it's great to see you again. We run into each other a few times here over the last few months.
So many conferences.
Yeah, it's true.
But we had good meetings together. So let's talk about First Mining Gold.
Okay.
What's going on in the company? And maybe at first, just a short overview about your company, your projects, and then we are digging deeper into the news.
Yep, for sure. So advancing two of the largest undeveloped gold projects in Canada, our Springpole gold project, 5 million ounces. We just put out an updated pre-feasibility study on it a couple of weeks ago, and we're driving towards that environmental assessment decision in the first half of next year. So really key milestones right around the corner. And our Duparquet gold project in Quebec, 6 million ounces, and lots of great exploration work that's going on at Duparquet.
And there you already have a PEA, right?
We have a PEA we did in 2023, which shows a project with $1 billion NPV at a $2,200 gold price.
Wow. Wow.
And the gold price is a bit higher now.
100%.
So, absolutely.
And you also did great on the share price this year.
Yeah, it's we're starting to get some of that momentum. I think the updated pre-feasibility study has really helped investors to kind of bring up to speed. Our previous study was done in 2021. So I think there was some concern about what capital and operating costs were doing, but I think we showed very clearly that any capital and operating cost increases have been more than matched by increases in the gold price. So again, we ran the base case economics there at a $3,100 gold price.
Okay, yeah.
So, it's still $1,000 down from here.
Yeah.
And it showed a $2.1 billion US dollar after-tax NPV.
Wow.
Yeah.
So the IRR would be around 40?
40%, a little over 40, yeah.
So that's cool.
It's a very robust project. You look at that at spot prices. We ran an upside case at 4,200 at spot, and that number goes closer to $4 billion US NPV, and the IRR is over 60%. So this is a big, robust project.
Wow, that sounds very good. So you've done so much work in it, and it's worth, and now we see the results.
That's the goal, and I think everyone's also starting to get focused on us coming towards the end of that environmental assessment process and getting, lots of very positive news out of many jurisdictions in Canada, but Ontario particularly, talking about focus on permitting, and, we're kind of more advanced than we will really benefit from that. But future projects coming up obviously are going to benefit from what they're really trying to shorten permitting timeframes in Canada. But
okay.
I think that speaks to, what is a real political will to see projects getting developed.
Yeah.
So.
Perfect. So where do you see the next catalyst, especially for Springpole project?
Yeah, the biggest one is that environmental assessment. So, we're still working with the Indigenous communities around the project and would love to get to a point where we have agreements with them. We'd love to see that in advance of the EA decision, but, those processes take the time that they take.
Of course.
But that targeting that federal EA decision Q1, Q2, and then provincial EA decision, I'd say before the end of Q2 next year. So with those are major, major milestones for this project, because that's always been the question with Springpole. It's a great ore body, but it sits in the bay of the lake, and are you ever going to be able to get a permit to get that? I think we can say the environmental assessment actually really demonstrates, and get that approval really demonstrates that ability. So I think it's a major catalyst for the share price.
100%. And fingers crossed that it goes as fast as possible. So
I'd rather have it go well than go fast. At this point,
right.
We're almost 8 years into it. So we've been patient, as have our shareholders, and we love them for it. Thank you. But it's been a long journey, but I think it looks like we're right towards the end.
So that's your flagship project.
Yes.
And the second one is in Quebec?
In Quebec, in the Abitibi at Duparquet.
Okay, what's going on there now?
So still drilling there. We've drilled 18,000 meters there this year. We've got about 8,000 meters left to disclose. So that should be coming out in some of those results in the next few weeks. Some really interesting exploration results that we're seeing, including finding higher grade, at surface and contact zones of mineralization where, we were stepping back to drill underneath some of the stuff that we knew was there. And as we collared into it, we ended up collaring into 20 meters of 3 grams, like pretty much at surface.
Okay.
In this new contact zone of mafic volcanics on the contact with the syenite intrusive. So it's very, very interesting in terms of how those higher grades, which right now are probably sitting in an open pit model as waste, those
Wow.
higher grades,
Okay.
like it could have a really, really significant economic impact.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
So we've started the environmental baseline data collection at Duparquet. We'd like to have that mostly done kind of by the end of 26 and get it ready to go into the pre-feasibility study stage late 26, early 27.
Nice. Perfect. Cash-wise, how much money do you have in the bank now?
About $34 million right now, and actually seeing quite a bit of inflow from warrants and options proceeds because we have a couple 100 million warrants outstanding. All of them are in the money right now. So we're starting to see about $1 million a month of warrants and options proceeds coming in.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the share structure as itself, how does it look like? Which big investors do you still have in your board?
Yeah, well, the biggest investor is still Keith Neumeyer, who would be our largest, founded the company, and our chairman. He's our largest investor, owns about 42 million shares. I'm up to 15 and a bit right now myself. So I think we'll see that go up, certainly with sort of opportunity to add more RSUs and options here over the course of the next few months. And, we're starting to see a bit of a rotation of institutional investors coming more into the share registry than we've seen in the past. And a large part, as we're getting towards that EA decision, I think that's going to be a major catalyst for a lot of larger investors who've said it's easy to wait, right? It's easy to take the time to see if you are going to get this EA approval. No one wants to be the guy who invests and you don't get it. So I understand, but I think what that means is when we get that EA approval in the first half of next year, we really expect to see that institutional investor base go from 20% to 50% plus, right? We're institutionally well underheld.
Yeah.
And so that can be some real momentum in the share price. And I think it helps drive that value re-rating that we expect to see because our peers are trading at $150 to $200 an ounce. And while our share price is up 4x this year, we're still only trading at $28, $30 an ounce.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. What an undervaluation.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. No, so many catalysts for next year, Q1, Q2, the rest of the year you are still drilling, you have 8,000 meters outstanding, so
lots coming.
It's lots coming.
Keep an eye on it. Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully we will get a Christmas present. So
I already feel like we've had one coming here into December. Obviously the share price has been reacting pretty well. So
no, thank you very much for your time. Merry Christmas. All the best for 2026. And we keep in touch. We keep informed our subscribers and thank you very much. First Mining Gold is going to be good.
Absolutely. Thank you and Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Dan.
Okay.
So, ladies and gentlemen, that was Dan from First Mining Gold, and you heard it. So 2026 going to be a good year for the company. Lots to see, lots to follow. Good news are coming. The approval is just in front of the door, maybe. So let's check out the company, and we keep you posted.